I mean, obviously it always feels good, making shots, helping the team out, whatever way it is. Tonight making shots is the big thing, but I mean, we had a lot of other guys too making shots, so it's always good seeing the whole team make a lot of them.
They were applying a lot of pressure defensively in those first couple of minutes. What was it you guys were able to do to kind of break that and be able to kind of get a little distance?
Yeah, we were ready for the traps and everything. We watched a lot of film on them. We saw what they kind of do, like having the bigs up the court, having length up there. So after you break that, really, I mean, they only have guards down the bottom. So after that, it's basically just layups after layups.
After the turnovers the other night, it looks like y'all did a pretty good job limiting that, and y'all also won the turnover or points off turnovers tonight.
Really? Yeah, I mean, that's something we always got to get better at. But then also with that, offensive rebounding and defensive rebounding, I think is still something we got to get better at. But yeah, we definitely got better at keeping the ball, making sure we don't turn the ball over in bad areas. So that was pretty good.
I thought the defensive pressure from you guys was awesome that night, man. Is that something that kind of just is instilled in all you guys, or something Coach Miller?
Oh, he for sure likes it when we have a lot of ball pressure, and it creates a lot of energy. So once we start getting a little bit of ball pressure on somebody, then it feeds to everybody else, and so everybody starts getting some ball pressure.
How important is momentum to this team? You guys finished the first half on that 21-3 run, and it really was over from there. But you guys, like you said, saw the ball go in the basket, and it kind of feeds off of that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was saying earlier, I mean, we saw a lot of dudes hit shots. When that happens, everyone gets excited. Our defense gets better, our offense gets better. Everything really just starts getting more involved into the game. Especially when Fred's getting downhill, and you really can't stop him. So they gotta let shooters open. So we had shooters open today and made them.
How important is it to kind of take this momentum into what you guys are going to face next week with 3 games in 3 days?
Yeah, it's huge for us. We have 3 back-to-back games. We haven't really done that yet, so it's going to be a big step for us. I mean, obviously we had the Bahamas earlier where we played a couple games in a row, but more better opponents this time, so it's going to be exciting to see.
How much do you kind of rely on what you guys did in August, the fact that you've done this already? Most teams going into this situation haven't experienced this early in the season, that many games in that many days.
Yeah, having those games is really huge because we get more practices. We had a lot more practices early in, and then 2, we had the game experience, so we kind of know how the game feels earlier than everyone else. So having that makes it so we can, be ready for it sooner.
Yeah, I think it's just been, the hard practices, and defense is one of the biggest things that can keep you on the floor. So if you're, giving energy on defense and then you're performing on offense, there's really no reason to come out. But I feel like we all have been doing a really, really good job. One thing is just rebounding, like Mason was saying earlier. But I think whenever we come together and we all play hard on defense, it's hard to beat us.
How much do you guys kind of feed off the momentum that Mason was talking about, finishing the half on that 21-3 run?
Yeah, momentum is huge in the game of basketball. It's a game of runs, so we're like he said, we were seeing shots go in tonight, and then also we were having a lot of plays by KJ. He was getting a lot of steals up top that was getting us fired up on energy, and then turning that into offense. And Coach Miller always says that if we play good defense, that leads to a fun game because we're just going to transition and having good offensive game.
As a shooter, though, you come off the bench and boom, boom. How big is that for your confidence right there?
Yeah, it's always good to see the first one go in. Yeah, I mean, it's just knowing that I've practiced these shots over and over again. I don't even know how many times, but just having that confidence every single time. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm starting, if I go on the bench, I'm just going to do the same thing every game.
Is those your first 2-point attempts of the seasons?
Yeah, besides the exhibition games, but yeah, those were my first ones.
Good catch. I forgot about that.
They obviously were really physical with you guys defensively to start the game. What does that say about your team, the ability to kind of fight through that when you're going to see that going forward and being able to kind of throw that physicality back at them?
Yeah, for sure. We got a lot of tough guys. I feel like we did a really good job this week in preparation. We knew they were going to be very aggressive in switching up their defenses, like they went from a zone to a man. Just tried to switch it up on us, and I think we handled the pressure really well. We didn't meet our own turnover goal that we set, before every game, but I still think we did a good job handling the pressure. We just got a little lackadaisical down the stretch, but yeah, I think we did a really good job handling that pressure.
How much of an emphasis was that with Coach Miller after Saturday night?
Yeah, it was huge because the team before, Nichols, they first play of the game, they came up. I don't know if you remember, they came up and pressed us on the first play, just trying to speed us up. So we had prepared for that the game before, but then he kept pressing and pressing. yeah, it worked out great for us.
You get to fire up 11 shots tonight, off the bench. Just what does that say to your teammates and your coaches kind of trusting you?
Yeah, I have great point guards that give me the ball in great spots. And then, Coach Miller, I feel like he trusts all of us. I mean, we wouldn't be here unless he, trusted in us and trusted us to make those shots and put ourselves in the right position. But, yeah, we did a great job sharing the ball tonight.
How much can this carry over into next week?
Yeah, it'll be big. We were talking about how this is going to be a little starter for the Missouri Valley Conference when we play 3 games in a row. So it'll be good to have these back-to-back games and just see how we can handle it. And I think it'll be a good challenge for us.
We know you guys used that trip to the Bahamas as kind of a team building to get as a precursor to this year. How much can you use this trip to the Cayman Islands when you're gone kind of the same time playing 3 games, but also to continue to grow the team this early?
Yeah, it'll definitely test our grit and our toughness, because that's hard playing 3 games back to back. But I feel like we're very tough mentally and physically. We've practiced a lot. We know we're a good basketball team. We know we're good playing together, and this will be really good to get us to see how we all play together in these tough situations.